Thank you, Madam Speaker. Earlier today, I joined our Premier and many other members of this Assembly for the proclamation of Yom HaShoah, or Holocaust Memorial Day, in a beautiful ceremony organized by the Jewish Federation of Winnipeg. Many of us also joined people from across our province this morning to read the names of those who lost their lives in the Holocaust as part of B'nai B'rith Canada's annual ceremony entitled "Unto Every Person There Is a Name." The unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust teach us important lessons about human rights and responsibilities today. It teaches us about hatred and discrimination and the challenge of democracy in a multi-ethnic and multicultural societies. The term Holocaust is derived from the Greek term for a burnt offering. In contemporary literature and history, the term is used to refer to the systematic Nazi destruction of European Jewry, which began in 1933 and continued until the end of the Second World War in 1945. Madam Speaker, the Holocaust is estimated to have reduced the world's total Jewish population by over 1/3. While the Jewish people were a primary target during the Holocaust, we also remember the millions of other victims: the ethnic Poles, the Russian prisoners of war, the Roma people, Jehovah's Witnesses, members of the LGBT community, people with disabilities, and political enemies who also suffered under Nazi persecution and violence. Madam Speaker, today we remember the Holocaust and the international complacency and social and political conditions that allowed it to occur, so that we may avoid similar events today and in the future. We must also keep in mind as members of this House that Jewish people continue to face prejudice and discrimination, including right here in Manitoba. According to B'nai B'rith Canada's annual audit of anti-Semitic incidents, 2006 was a record-breaking year for anti-Semitism in Canada. Their report identifies 1,728 incidents of anti-Semitism across the country, compared with fewer than 1,300 in 2015. Even more troubling is the increase in anti-Semitic incidents in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, which reported an increase from 11 incidents in 2015 to 74 in 2016. These statistics show that we have plenty of work still to do. And as we work to build a compassionate and just society, it is vitally important that we understand and learn from the Holocaust. Madam Speaker, this horrific event teaches us about the human capacity for resistance, solidarity, resiliency, and survival. It teaches us that democratic institutions, values, and human rights are not a given, nor are they automatically sustained. They must be appreciated, they must be nurtured, and they must be protected. Madam Speaker, the Holocaust reminds us that silence and indifference to the suffering of persecution of others, or to the infringement of civil and human rights in any society, can perpetuate that suffering. The Holocaust was not an accident in history. It happened because of prejudice and hatred. It is for that reason that we must never forget the Holocaust. It is for that reason that we must and we will remember the terrible things that happened, so that they may never happen again. And Madam Speaker, I want to thank and welcome Laurel Malkin, President of the Jewish Federation of Winnipeg, as well as Eileen Goldstein, as Chief Executive Officer of the Jewish Federation of Winnipeg, who are joined with us here in the gallery today. And I want to thank them for their contributions to our province.